India's responsibility towards the climate change has been articulated by the present government when the Prime Minister of the country launched International Solar Alliance on 30th November 2015. Since then, India has set some bold, ambitious and the challenging targets for itself. In Glasgow Climate Summit, Prime Minister announced the India's climatic targets. In that summit, Prime Minister announced that India will going to increase its renewable energy capacity to 500 gigawatt, which will be the equivalent to 50% of India's total energy requirement. And India will going to achieve this target by 2030. India has also promised to cut emission to net zero by 2070. That announcement also came from Glasgow Summit. So to reach these ambitious targets, India has already done something to save the climate and save its own economy. That is, India has achieved 10% ethanol blending target in petrols ahead of schedule. And because of that, India has been able to save 41,000 crore rupees in last 8 years. These are the words came from Prime Minister Narendra Modi's mouth on World Environmental Day. Before 2014, there were no particular climate goals for the country set by the government of that time. Everybody, including the World Bank, World Economic Forum, used to blame India before 2015 in the name of power generation and emissions. Maybe they forget about the US and the Europe in those days. Anyway, we also gave them the opportunities to blame ourselves. Before 2014, only 1.5% ethanol was blended in petrol in India. These words came from the Prime Ministers who were delivering the speech at Save Soil Movement, an event organized by Sadhguru's ISA Foundation. These 10% blending not only save our 41,000 crore, but it has also resulted in reducing 27 lakh tons of carbon emissions. Second is, the farmers of the country have earned more than 40,000 crore during that period. With these ambitious steps taken by government in the last 8 years, the availability of ethanol for the blending is expected to go up 450 crore liters in current ethanol supply year from 67% crore liters in 2014. India has achieved this target 9 years ahead of schedule. To save the climate, we cannot rely on the air purification only. Climate change is also affecting our soils and water. Maybe for soil and the water quality degradation, climate change is not 100% responsible. We humans are mainly responsible for soil and water degradation. We humans are casually taking these two important gradients which is lifeline to our earth. And to overcome the problems regarding the soil, Indian government distributed 22 crore soil health cards to farmers since 2014. The crores of farmers of the country are using fertilizer and micronutrients on the basis of information received from soil health card, which has resulted in saving 8% to 10% in cost to farmers. And it has also helped them to increase their yield by 5% to 6%. Because of increase in yield, the farmers' income has also increased. Also in the results of that, the farmers are using less fertilizers. That is also helping our water bodies not getting much pollutants from field. Prime Minister has also expressed his desire to save soil by taking 5-pronged approach. The first one is making soil chemical free using less fertilizer. The second one is saving the organisms in it by planting appropriate plant species. The third one is maintaining soil moisture. The fourth one is increasing water availability by making catchment area here and there. The fifth and the last one is stopping soil erosion and increase forestation. The forest conservation has also taken great stride in India. Because of the government effort, India's forest cover has increased by 20,000 square kilometers since 2014. These forest covers are all along the 13 big river banks. These steps were taken to save the water from pollution effect. So the India is really taking stride to solve the climatic problems of its own without relying on the other countries. The countries like USA and the other European countries. We have already touched all the aspects including the ethanol blending. But it is necessary for us to know what is ethanol blending and how it is done. Those who are from the science background, they know the ethanol as an anhydrous ethyl alcohol having chemical formula of C2H5OH. But those who are not from the science background, they know ethanol as a wine, rum, whiskey and the various other alcoholic products. I hope this expression is more than enough to understand the ethanol, what the ethanol is all about. We are using the ethanol in our today's hand wash. The hand wash we are using to protect ourselves from the COVID-19 infection. And please do not get too excited. And please do not drink hand wash. Let's get back to the ethanol blending. The ethanol can be produced from sugarcane, maize and the wheat, etc. These are all having high starch content. In India, ethanol is mainly produced from sugarcane molasses by fermentation process. Ethanol can be mixed with gasoline to form different blends as the ethanol molecule contains oxygen. It allows the engine to more completely combust the fuel. That will be resulting in the fewer emissions and thereby reducing the occurrence of environmental pollutants. If the ethanol is produced from plants that harness the power of sun, then ethanol is considered as green or renewable fuel. India's ethanol blending started in 2001. India's ethanol blending projects were started in 3 locations as a pilot project. So the India's climate commitment started even before someone thought of climate change. India's ethanol blending projects were started in 9 states in 2003. And those states were Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and 4 union territories. Ethanol blending will also produce some extra advantages, like India do not have to import much crude oil from Gulf nations and the other nations. India's foreign exchange will be saved. India can export its ethanol to the other countries. And the ethanol blending will create more green jobs. Also, India's oil price will be reduced. In today's increasing pollution burden, jobs are needed to be produced by government and the other organization. So a new avenue has been opened because of the climate change. This climate change pushing us to create more renewable source of energy. And from this renewable source of energy, green jobs are being created. For the green jobs, the world is becoming sustainably stable place. New entrepreneurs are being attracted towards green energy. These entrepreneurs are also creating green jobs in solar, wind and the hydro energy sectors. The farmers, those who are producing the sugarcane, they are also the green warriors in today's time. So India is becoming a better place day by day. Maybe it has taken 75 years to realize what the climate is all about and what the green is all about. But whatever is happening in the country and in this country, it is contributing in the world's greater interest. Because the India's carbon initiative is also reducing the India's carbon emissions target, which will be 2.31 tons per capita by 2030. In the comparisons to the world, it is very low. US will be the 9.42 tons in 2030, EU will be 4.12 and the China will be 8.82 tons in 2030. Still our ranking came last in the Environmental Performance Index. The report is politically motivated and botched. And the organizations, those who are influencing the India's politics, they are influencing through the index, those who are publishing by the American institutes and the other organization. So this is and very wrong steps are being taken by the environmental organization. And the environmental organizations have to learn that what is the right way to work neutrally. Because the neutral work will going to get praised. The other biased work will not going to get praised. So the institute like Yale and the Columbia has to learn from the world that what is right and what is wrong. And the who are following, who are influencing those reports, they have to take the stand. They have to take the stands, those who are influencing those reports. Now the question, reducing the amount of future climate change is called, the first option is mitigation, second is geoengineering, third is adaptations, fourth is none of these. The second question is, which of the following gas does not contribute to the global warming? The first is methane, second is carbon dioxide, third is sulfur, fourth is acetylene. So this is the end of the topic. If you found out this topic informative, then please subscribe my channel. So thank you very much. Thank you for your support. If you have any questions regarding this topic or any other inquiries, then please contact me through my email address, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com.